Hello, everyone. Welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and sometimes crazy side of the interwebs. I'm your host, Ray McNeil. Coming up on the program today, the Voyager 1 interstellar spacecraft has found its voice again as it resumes communication with NASA. This year's World of Tanks holiday event stars Jason Statham, who tells us he could beat Santa in a fight, but he doesn't want to. Happening in this week's What The? A Chinese man uses an SMS blaster to send over 1 million scam text messages from his van while driving around the city. And of course, we'll wrap up the program with this week's Moment of Joy. All that and a whole lot more coming up on today's edition of your weekly tech update. Next. This is just crazy, as this is, the fourth time this has now happened? NASA has confirmed that once again, one of its greatest ever missions, Voyager 1, is back in business, with communications restored following an incident in October that has led to the veteran spacefarer losing its voice. Now 47 years old, Voyager 1 is 15.4 billion miles away from Earth, a distance that grows greater with every passing second. With the power supply from its decaying plutonium dwindling, only 4 of its instruments remaining operational, and surprisingly so, given they are now all working at temperatures lower than they were originally designed for. So when engineers commanded Voyager 1 to switch on one of its heaters to give the instruments a gentle thermal massage, a safety feature was tripped because of low power levels. The spacecraft's fault protection system monitors how much energy Voyager 1 has left, and if it deems there's too little energy for the probe to continue operating, it automatically switches off non-essential systems. It seems that the heater was using too much energy, but the problem was that all of the non-essential systems had been switched off long ago to conserve what little power remained. So the fault protection system took it upon itself to switch off the main X-band transmitter and activate the lower power S-band transmitter instead. Because of the greater distance between Voyager 1 and Earth, however, transmissions on the S-band antenna could not be heard by NASA's Deep Space Network, meaning that Voyager 1 had effectively fallen silent. NASA engineers were able to resolve the problem early in November, and X-band communications resumed on November 18th, with the spacecraft once again returning data from its 4 remaining instruments. It's not the first time Voyager 1 has experienced communication problems. It's happened a few times now. Of course, this should not come as a surprise. Both Voyager 1 and 2 are considered quite elderly now, and it doesn't help that they are the farthest spacecraft from home, traversing a cold, dark environment. Like you might worry about an elderly relative, every slight stumble that the Voyager probes make is alarming. And yet the 2 Voyager spacecraft seem to be outlasting predictions that they would have succumbed to low power levels by now. The remaining instruments keep operating as they explore the depths of our outermost solar system. Although Voyager 2 was forced to switch off its plasma science instrument in September, the first instrument on either spacecraft to have been switched off in 16 years. You gotta check out the newest co-op release date trailer. It showcases the ultimate team survival experience, and it's available across the MetaQuest 2, 3, 3S, and the PSVR 2. Build shelters, hunt for food, and explore the depths of the jungle with up to 3 of your friends. Team up to tackle every challenge together and make the most of your survival adventure. Green Hell VR co-op mode arrives on December 16th.
With friends. Once the team is reunited, it's time to begin the adventure. They start by building a shelter. A few branches and some palm leaves. And here we have the first success. The shelter is ready. It's time to go hunting. What will they encounter? They're in luck. A tapir. However, meat alone is not enough. Fruits and fish will also be valuable additions. Let's show off their catches. There's a banana. This hunter still needs to work on his skills, but the fish will come in handy. The group have secured the necessary food and can return to camp. Knowing how to hunt and gather is not enough to survive. Food will surely spoil quickly, so it will be a good idea to dry it. Some still need to learn that you can't dry a banana. As night approaches and predators begin to lurk nearby, a campfire seems to be the perfect solution. It became cozy and comfortable, but the jungle offers no respite. Is something approaching? Better check. Sometimes who is the hunter and who is the prey is difficult to tell. It's not just predators that kill in the jungle. Wounds can kill just as quickly. But thankfully, they have a banana. Will it be terrifying? Will they face questions they carried within? The answer lies behind this door.
As part of the ongoing overhaul of Star Wars Outlaws, that Ubisoft hopes will turn it into the must-play Star Wars game it should have been right from the start, new creative director Drew Reckner has announced that forced stealth is being removed from the game almost entirely. The extent to which Star Wars Outlaws is a stealth game came as something of a surprise, given how much the pre-release promo materials and Star Wars itself focuses on the joys of blasting stuff. But in an update posted recently, Reckner acknowledged that some people just don't dig it, and that missions requiring players to avoid detection could feel frustrating or unfair. Those feelings were strengthened by the game's sometimes unpredictable and inconsistent stealth mechanics. And so, it's just out. Stealth requirements are being removed from almost all quest objectives. Sneaking around will remain an option and the best way to approach some missions, but the change means that if you're caught, well, you're just going to be able to start shooting instead of being reset to the previous checkpoint. Reckner said the change is our first step in expanding player choice, a point he touched on when he was announced as the new creative director of Star Wars Outlaws earlier in November. We know many of you enjoy the stealth approach, so it was important for us to preserve that playstyle while also giving you the freedom to decide how to tackle each mission, he wrote. Ultimately, you'll have the choice to sneak, go in combat first, or, my personal favorite, sneak until you're caught and then blast your way out. Personally, I don't like stealth in video games, but some people do. If you have the option to sneak through quietly and drop no bodies as you go, well, that's the path that many people take. Any beefy clown can hose down a room with a portable autocannon after all, but getting through with nothing but a pistol, a silencer, and some cool sunglasses takes a professional. But whatever's fun for you. Good detection systems are an essential part of that, and mandatory stealth bits in games that really don't have it nailed down are indeed incredibly frustrating. Star Wars Outlaws stealth changes were rolled out in the latest update, which also will see significant reworkings to the game's combat and controls. And of course, you can also get Star Wars Outlaws now on your PC on Steam.